हमारे चैनल में आपका स्वागत है। आज हम आपको इडियम्स एंड फ्रेजेज के बारे में बताएंगे। एबीसी का फुल फॉर्म होता है बेसिक ऑब्लिक फंडामेंटल रूल्स। एबव बोर्ड मीन्स ऑनेस्ट। अगेंस्ट ए रेनी डे का मतलब होता है फॉर हार्ड टाइम्स। ऑल इन ऑल का मतलब कंप्लीट मास्टर। ऑल एंड सन्ड्री, एवरी वन विदाउट डिस्टिंक्शन। एन एप्पल ऑफ वंस आई, इसका होगा वेरी डियर। एन नेक्स्ट है एन एप्पल ऑफ डिस्कार्ड, इट मीन्स कॉज ऑफ क्वेरल, झगड़े की जड़। एन एक्स टू ग्रिंड, इसका होगा सेल्फिश मोटिव टू सर्व। एट एन आर्म्स लेंथ, इसका होगा एट सफिशियंट डिस्टेंस। एट ऑल इवेंट्स, इसका होगा एट एवरी कॉस्ट। एट लार्ज का होगा फ्री। एट क्लोज क्वार्टर्स का होगा नियर। एट सेक, एट स्टेक का होगा इन डेंजर ऑफ बीइंग लॉस्ट। नेक्स्ट है एट द टॉप ऑफ, इसका होगा वेरी लाउडली। एट ए स्टोन्स थ्रो, इसका होगा एट ए शॉर्ट डिस्टेंस। एट हैंड, इसका होगा नियर। एट रैंडम, इसका विदाउट एनी एम। एट ए स्ट्रेच, इसका विदाउट ब्रेक। एट सिक्स एंड सेवेंस, इसका इन डिसऑर्डर। एट वंस फिंगर्स एंड, इसका होगा थ्रू नॉलेज। एट होम इन एक्सपर्ट। एट होम टू गिव फीस्ट। एट होम टू फील कंफर्टेबल। एट ए लॉस, अनेबल टू डिसाइड, निर्णय लेने में असमर्थ। एट डैगर्स ड्रॉन, बिटर एनेमीज। एट लॉगर हेड्स, ऑन हॉस्टाइल टर्म्स। एट द 11th आवर, एट द वेरी लास्ट मोमेंट। एट एनी रेट, किसी भी कीमत पर। एट एनी केस, ए गुड मैनी, ए कंसिडरेबल नंबर। अ ब्लैक शीप, a mean person. A blockhead, stupid person. A blue book, a government report. A brain wave, a sudden clever idea. A bolt from the blue, a sudden calamity. A bosom friend, a fast friend. A bed of roses, very comfortable, बहुत आरामदायक। एट टाइम्स, समटाइम्स, कभी कभी। अ वर्ड्स आई व्यू, अ जनरल व्यू। अ कॉक एंड बुल स्टोरी, अ फॉल्स स्टोरी, झूठी कहानी। अ क्राई इन द वाइल्डरनेस, यूजलेस टॉक। अ कैट एंड डॉग लाइफ, अ क्वेरलसम लाइफ, झगड़े वाला जीवन। यानी कहावत है कुत्तों बिल्लियों का जीवन। अ चाइल्ड प्ले, एन इजी वर्क, आसान काम। अ फीदर इन वंस कैप, अ थिंग ऑफ डिस्टिंक्शन। अ फूल्स पैराडाइज, फॉल्स होप्स। अ फेयर हैंड, गुड हैंड राइटिंग। अ फेयर वेदर फ्रेंड, अ फ्रेंड ऑफ prosperous days. A flying visit, a very short visit. A good or great deal of, much. A dead letter, no longer in use. A fish out of water, quite comfortable. नेक्स्ट है a drop in the ocean, very small amount, बहुत कम मात्रा में। a hard nut to crack, a difficult task, a lion's share, great portion, a man of letters, a literary man, a man in the street, an ordinary man, a rap on the knuckles, severe criticism, a red letter day, an important day, a sleeping partner, an active partner, a thankless job without any credit, a gala day, a day of merriment or festivity. As a matter of fact, truly speaking, a maiden speech, first public speech, at sea, perplexed, a man of iron will, a man of strong will, bad blood, ill will, unfriendliness, be all and all, the whole and soul, by and by, gradually, by the by oblique bay, in incidentally, bad bargain, bad compromise, bag and baggage with all belongings, बोरिए बिस्तर के साथ, bread and butter, livelihood, words of the same feather, persons of the same kind, blue blood, high worth, behind the scene, not openly, warning question, main topic, by dint of, by virtue of, by force of, by fit and starts irregularly, by all means, surely, by leaps and bounds, very rapidly, by hook or by crook, by any means, black and white in writing, by far, to a large degree, by degrees, gradually, by himself, alone without help, crocodile tears, false tears, chicken hearted, cowardly, cast less in the air, imaginary schemes, cry something out, to continue doing something, dead as the doornail, quite dead, dispense with, to get rid of, do away, double dealing, duplicity, double Dutch, speech or writing that makes no sense, enough and to spare, plenty, end and aim, sole purpose, eye opener, suggestive warning, ever and anon, occasionally, far and near, everywhere, from hand to mouth, with great difficulty, for good, forever, fair and square, just or honest, face to face, before each other, from time to time, occasionally, from bad to worse, much worse, first water, through, foul play, dishonestly, first and foremost, above all, flesh and blood, human nature, gift of the gab, talent for speaking, golden opportunity, a good chance, good for nothing, useless, head and heart, mental and spiritual, head and tail, meaning, hard and false, struct, hale and hearty, healthy, heart and soul with full energy, heart to heart, intimate, hand to hand and glove, close friends. Hand in hand, close together. High and low, everyone. High hand, dictatorial way. High time, proper occasion. Hue and cry, great noise. Hole and corner, a secret policy. Hard times, bad days. Head and ears, completely. Hush money, bribe given for hidden crime. Ins and outs, full details. In accordance with, according to, in a nutshell, in brief, in fair weather and fall, in happiness and sorrow, in the air, prevalent, in the nick of time, at the right moment, in cold blood, deliberately, cruelly, in lieu of, in place of, in vogue, in fashion, in the long run, in the end, into the bargain, into the contract, in a fix, to be confused, in the prime of life, in youth, in the teeth of opposition, in the face of great opposition, in full swing with full force, in spite of, despite, in token of, as a sign of, in addition to, besides, in the twinkling of an eye, in a moment, in keeping with, suitable to, in hot water, in trouble, in proportion to, according to, size, quantity, etc., in the back of, behind, in small hours, between midnight and dawn, in view of, considering, jack of all trades, one who knows something of everything, keep quiet, hold tongue, kith and kin, near relations, long distance, lock and key, safe, lofts and fishes, material gains, length and breadth, all over. Last through not least, last but not less important, man of letters, a scholar, विद्वान आदमी, narrow escape, close shape, null and void, useless, ineffective, nonetheless, nevertheless, yet, out of sorts, unwell, once for all, forever, out and out, completely, on the alert, ready to act, कार्य करने के लिए तैयार, on the wane, gradually decreasing, on the point of, near about to, on and on, continuously, of no avail, useless, off and on, now and then, of one's own accord, willingly, on behalf of, in favor of, on the eve of, just before the event, on the lookout, looking for, on one's guard, careful, on the verge of, about to, on pain of death, at the cost of life, out of date, out of fashion, out of question, improbable, out of order, not working, out of the way, remote, out of pocket, without money, over and over again, repeatedly, order of the day, a common occurrence, Pandora box, a process that once begun creates many completed problems. Pennyloaf's babe, a complicated situation. जटिल स्थिति. Point blank, at very close range, clear. Petticoat government, female rules. Part and parcel, an essential rule. आवश्यक नियम. Pick holes, find fault, criticize. Pros and cons, arguments for and against. Rack and ruin, complete ruin. Rank and file, common shoulders, pupil. Red tapism, delay due to office routine. Royal road, an easy way. Rolling stone, an unsteady person. Roaring trade, a profitable business. Red rage to a bull, a displeasing thing. Sum and substance, man idea. Safe and sound, safely. Slip of tongue, mistake. Silver lining, ray of hope. Storm in a teapot, quarrel for nothing. Skin and bone, skeleton. Screw loose, derangement of mind, madness. Talk, boasting. Through and through, completely, to and fro, here and there. Time and again, repeatedly. Tooth and nail with full force. Tit for tat, blow for blow. Tiptoe first class. Ups and downs, rise and fall. Up to the mark, up to the standard. Under one's nose, in the presence of. Under the thumb of, under control. Up to date, modern. Wage and means, resources. Will and woe, happiness and sorrow. Beer and tear, depreciation. With open arms, warmly. Well to do, rich. Bat behind the ears, inexperienced. White elephant, expensive but not useful. Wild goose chase, useless effort, निष्फल प्रयास. Yeoman service, excellent service. Verb phrases meaning. To add fuel to fire, to make the matter worse. यानी आग में घी डालना, मैटर को और ज़्यादा बढ़ा चढ़ा देना. To add insult to injury, to harm as well as insult. To beat, black and blue, to beat severely. To bat the air, to make useless effort. निष्फल प्रयास करना, यानी हवा को गीला करना, निष्फल प्रयास करना. To beat a retreat, to go back. To bear in mind, to remember. To bear the palm, to become victorious. To blow not hot and cold. To favor and oppose a thing at the same time. To blow one's own trumpet, to boast. To bail the cat, to do a risky job. To break the ice, to break the silence. To break the news, to carry a sad news first. To breathe once last, to die. To bring to light, to make known. To bring home, to explain. to build castle in the air, to make imaginary schemes, to bury the hatchet, to forget the past enmity. To burn the candle at both ends, to spend money lavishly, to burn the midnight while, to work late at night, देर रात्रि तक कार्य करना, to be in one's good books, to get the favor of a person, to be laid up, to be confined to bed, to be caught red-handed, to be caught while doing an evil act, to call a spade, to speak clearly, साफ साफ बोलना, to come across, to meet by chance मिलना, to call one names, to abuse, किसी को गाली देना, to come true, to become true, सत्य बोलना, सत्य होना, सच होना, to come off with flying colors, to get success, सफलता प्राप्त करना, to carry through, to carry out, to bring to completion, to call to account, to demand an explanation, to call on, to request, to call upon, to pay a brief visit, to cut a sorry figure, to leave a poor impression, to cry for the moon, to wish for an impossible thing, to cut one's coat according to one's cloth का होगा to live within one means, to carry coal to Newcastle इसका होगा to do a useless thing, बेकार का काम करना, to cry over spilt milk, to repent पश्चाताप करना, to die in harness, to die while on duty, ड्यूटी पर मृत्यु हो जाना, to do away with, to abolish, to drink to the health of, to express good wishes, to end in smoke, to be unsuccessful, to end in a draw, to end without result, बिना रिजल्ट का अंत, to fall flat, to produce no effect, to fight shy of, to avoid, to face in troubled water का होगा to take advantage of others difficulties, to follow suit का होगा to act in a like manner, to gain ground इसका होगा to make progress करना, to get wind, to be known to public, to get rid of, to get free of, छुटकारा पाना, to get the better of, to gain superiority प्राप्त करना, to get into hot water, to fall into difficulties कठिनाई में पड़ जाना, to get off scot free का होगा to escape without punishment बिना पनिशमेंट के भाग जाना, to give oneself airs, to feel superior, to give up the ghost का होगा to die, to give false coloring का होगा to misrepresent, to go to the dogs का होगा to be ruined, to grease the palm का होगा to bribe, to harp on the same string का होगा to repeat the same topic, to have an ease on का होगा to be slightly better than, to have clean hands का होगा to be innocent, to hit below the belt का होगा to strike unfairly, to hold good का होगा to apply to hold water का होगा to be correct. नेक्स्ट है टू होल्ड फास्ट का होगा टू सिक्योर फर्मली, टू होल्ड वंस टंग, टू कीप क्वाइट, टू कीप एन आई मीन्स टू वॉच, देखना, टू कीप बॉडी एंड सोल टुगेदर, टू मेंटेन लाइफ, जीवन को बनाए रखना, टू कीप पेस विथ मीन्स टू वॉक एट द सेम स्पीड, टू कीप अप appearances means to maintain an outward show, to kill two birds with one stone, एक स्टोन से दो चिड़ियां मारना, to get two object in one effect, to get two object, एक तीर से दो निशाने, to keep the ball from the door means to avoid poverty, गरीबी से बचना, to laugh in one's sleeves, to laugh inwardly, to leave no stone unturned means to make all possible efforts, to lick the dust means to be badly defeated, to live in the lurch means to leave a person in difficulty, to get bygones by be bygones, to forget the past, past को भूल जाना, to live in the dark, to take a risk deliberately, to lose heart means to give up courage, सांस खो देना, to look sharp means to look smart, smart दिखाई देना, to lead a dog's life, to have a miserable life, दयनीय जीवन जीना, to make up or make good means to compensate, to cover loss, loss cover करना, to make both ends meet means to earn one's living with difficulty, बड़ी कठिनाई से जीवन यापन के लिए कमाना, to make a clean breast means to confess, to make amends for means to make compensation, to make the most of means to utilize to the full, to make mountain of a molehill means to attach undue importance to the matter. Next है to meet one's Waterloo means to meet one's final defeat, to move heaven and earth, to make great effort, कठिन प्रयास करना, to nip in the bud, to destroy in the very beginning, to play a double game means to deceive, धोखा देना, to play a second fiddle, to means to play a subordinate role, to play truant means to absent oneself from school or other duty. Next है to pour while on troubled water means to pacify the anger, to poison one's ear means to say things secretly against someone, to put one's shoulder to the wheel means to work earnestly, to put the cart before the horse means to reverse the natural order of things, to put up with, to bear oblique tolerate, to put an end to oblique to stop. Next है putting two and two together, drawing conclusion from the given data, to pocket an insult means to bear an insult without opposing, to poke one's nose, to interfere, to play ducks and drakes, to waste money, money बर्बाद करना, to run cats and dogs, to run heavily, तेजी से वर्षा होना, to rise to the occasion, to act as the occasion demands, To run short, to be insufficient, to smell a rat, to suspect a trick. To split hair means to indulge in over refined arguments. To stand in good stead means to be helpful in need. To strike a terror means to frighten. Next, to take a task means to scold, rebuke. Next, to take to one's heel means to run away, भाग जाना. To talk big means to boast, brag of, सेखी बघारना. To take to heart, to take seriously, गंभीरता से लेना. To throw cold water, to discourage, हतोत्साहित होना. To throw down the gauntlet, to means to challenge. To turn over a new leaf means to be completely changed. To turn the tables means to reverse the condition. To turn a deaf ear means to pay no attention, कोई ध्यान ना देना. To wash one's hand off means not to do anything with. Next, to win laurels means to win distinction. Thanks, best of luck, like, subscribe and share. Bye bye.